What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you stopping by, spending a few minutes of your time here with me tonight. Tonight, we're going to be going over the DJ30 and the beautiful trading opportunity there was today in the New York session. Okay, I actually traded this on the funded challenge account or whatever, right? And I actually had to pull this trade a little early to stay in line with the consistency rule that is put in place by the prop firm. All right, so they have like a certain limit to the profit percentage that you can make total, like per day. Like, you know, your greatest trading day can't exceed a certain percentage of your total profits. So in order to stay in line with this rule, I actually had to pull the trade a little bit early. Nonetheless, it was a beautiful opportunity. Okay, we're looking at the 1 hour chart right now, and I told you in the last video, we should always do ourselves the favor of zooming out before we take a trade, right? We want to zoom out to see sort of where we are at according to the bigger picture template, okay? And you can see we've got a market that's been giving us higher closes pretty consistently, regularly. We have a day here that gives a lower close and an inside day right here, okay? But we still ultimately give this higher close on Friday. All right, so, but for the most part, we've been trading higher. Today, on Monday, this is what Stacey calls a first red day. All right, we have a market that pops the top, right? We come and take out the high of the day and then ultimately give a lower close than the open after basically successive green days, okay? This is our first red day. That's a trigger day, meaning a lot of the times we might expect a follow-through short opportunity the next day in the session, okay? It doesn't always happen. Like I said, this right here was a textbook first red day. But what happened? We got an inside day the next day and then a higher close on Friday. So nothing is guaranteed. We're not just going to short this market tomorrow because we had a first red day. We need to see certain things happen, right? Timings, levels, behavior of price. We're monitoring these things before we take a trade, okay? We're asking ourselves certain questions. Now, I put these lines here on these lows because these lows, if this market does shift and trade lower, these lows could act as basically magnets for price. These could be low-hanging fruit. You know, the market may trade back to these levels. If it shifts, I'm on the lookout for this, but I'm not doing anything, okay? I'm letting the market set up and bring the trades to me in this sort of scenario. And in every scenario, that's my goal. So here, we're taking a closer look. We've got the 5-minute chart so we can see that first red day, right? Here's the open of the day. So we come here, we trade higher than that open, we take out the high. That's what I mean when I say we pop the top. We don't make it all the way back to the previous day's high, but we do put in this high of the day, and then we trade straight down to the other side of the range. We break out of yesterday's low and give this lower close than the open, okay? That's our first red day. Here we have the previous day's low and the previous day's high. But if you notice, here we are coming to our session right here when this big spike to the upside comes in. That's us heading into the session, all right, into that 9:30 equity hour. If you notice, we have not broken a daily level. And in this scenario, we're going to be redrawing our lows and our highs, okay? Anytime that we are inside the previous day's high and low range, we're going to simply redraw the lows and the highs, okay? So here's our session open 9:30, okay? This is our most current low of the day level. When we come to the session, here's our most current high when we come to the session. All right. And that's important to know. You can see we just pop the top on that high and then reverse, trade right back to the other side. This is very common on a market like the DJ30, okay? It happens all of the time, all right? Now, when we take a closer look here on the 1 minute chart, you get a better idea of what I'm talking about, because this last bullish candle, that is the 930 open, okay? That's the 930 candle, the last green candle there at the very top. So heading into that 930 equity hour open, we are working the high, okay? We're pumping up into that high. This is a nice pump and dump opportunity on the day, from the high of the day to the low of the day. That's a session scalp, a 3-session setup, rather than the 3-day setup that we might be looking for on a higher time frame basis. This is a 3-session setup, okay, for the pump and dump, high of day to the low of day, right? And you can see that we just bang through there and then reverse almost immediately. I'm in the market at the break of that last bullish candle, okay? Right there, that engulfment. This is what we would call, instead of getting an M at the high of the day for the reversal, this is an A top, okay? This engulfment here, what you need to know, right? This engulfment, remember what I always tell you, that those M's at the high of the day on a 1 minute time frame, on a higher time frame like the 5 minute or the 15 minute, that's an M formation. So this engulfment, this A top reversal right here, this is still an engulfment on a higher or on a lower time frame. If you could zoom into a 15 second or 5-second chart, you would see the M there. There would definitely be the M pattern at the high of the day for that reversal, right? And if you count the candles, this is a 10-minute trade. 10 minutes, okay? So I'm an hour behind. I was done with my day by 8:45 in the morning, okay? I was done, out the market, okay? These are the trades that you want to wait on, okay? And be looking for. This is how you wait and let the market bring the trades to you, okay? You don't have to chase anything. And this is going to happen over and over and over again. Once you learn how to identify this for yourself, you're going to be printing money, okay? And I don't mean to sound like one of those guys. I'm just trying to tell you, trading becomes a little bit more simple and can become a pursuit of pleasure, as Stacey likes to say, right? Anyway, man, until next time, I hope you continue to free your mind.